Welcome into a beautiful Wednesday evening on the other hand. Wednesday evening USL PDL matchup here live from Sumner, Washington. It's the Sounders U23 taking on the Calgary Foothills FC. The Sounders will be wearing the white tops, green shorts, and blue socks, while Calgary stands in with the black kits featuring the green stripes. Just about underway here, waiting on center referee Joe Tompkins' whistle, and we are underway. Philip Lund gets the kickoff to get started here. The Sounders are coming off of a win on June the 10th. They beat the TSS Rovers in a 3-1 victory on the road. 2 goals coming from Santiago Patino and 1 goal coming from Kaz Warren. Both are featured today in the starting lineup as Brodacki plays the ball to the near side for Kaz Warren. Warren slips a through ball back for Brodacki. It's Brodacki now on the near side corner. Floating away and gets a deflection out for a Sounders throw. Looking at the Sounders lineup, Nathan Ani on the back line. Leroy Magarushi joins him back there, usually a midfielder. Leroy Magarushi will be playing in the defense. Santiago Patino and Nicholas Brodacki up top. Hugo Del Hamel and Jamel Cox are in the midfield. Ryan DeGroot's the center back alongside Nathan Ani. Kaz Warren is in the starting 11 on this near side flank. As Patino goes down from a slide tackle, Warren can't get it, and it's cleared away. Going back to DeGroot. Settles here near side now for Preston Kilwin, getting his first touches. Philip Lund joins in that center midfield. He's going to be the big workhorse today. Philip Lund, great experience under his belt. DeGroot clears a ball over the 50, dumps it into the Calgary end. Calgary wins possession here, trying to go the other way, but it's deflected away by Kaz Warren. In the net for the Sounders, number 30, Marvin Kasim. He's going to be wearing that all-blue kit for the Sounders. Now throwing on the near sideline, it's Northover. Finds it into the attacking third, and Calgary reset. We saw this matchup just weeks ago. It was June the 3rd. Calgary Foothills gets a 2-1 victory on the road here, and they did everything beautifully. Possessing the ball great, being able to be patient, working the build-up for the attacks. Great touches like that one there by Dean Northover. And it was a great win for Calgary. The Sounders were upset here on their home pitch. Now getting into the attacking third. Calgary can't keep possession as Del Hamel goes the other way, looking for Patino over the top. Patino chasing it down. And cleaned up and now dropped way into the back line. That's Adekugbe sending it back into Nathan Ingram's net. Turnover in the neutral third. And Calgary sent it to the sideline with a deflection off of Jameel Cox. Calgary now restarting on that far sideline. Ani takes a touch to find Magarushi, and now a dangerous ball heading back towards Kasim's net. Miss hit. It's wide open in the neutral third, and the header sent over the top of the net, saving the day, is Preston Kilwin. Well done there. It's the first corner of the match today, Calgary. They're on the attack, sending 2 to the near flag stick. It's Adekugbe and Camargo. Near side, right-footed, low cross, deflection, top 6, and it's in. An early goal here just before the 4th minute, and Calgary takes an early advantage on the road in Sumner, Washington. The quick strike off the foot of Aziz Sakaria. And it was quickly taken on the corner low, splitting the Sounders defense. A one-touch deflection from the near 6, and it was a wide open poke on top of the 6-yard line. Calgary comes on the road into Sumner, Washington, and they have an early 5th-minute goal.
Calgary Foothills goal scored in the 5th minute. The first of the year for number 10, Ajit Zakaria.
Calgary, who took 2 shots to be able to get that. The first shot led to a corner. The second shot led to a goal. Here's Northover now into the attacking third. Pulls it back. Now DeHamel on the tackle. Philip Lund can't win it. Northover still dancing. Now it's taken over in the middle by Zebi. Cleared away by DeGroot, but a foul is going to be called as he clipped the ankles of Zakaria. A long free kick, but the sun is in the eyes of Marvin Kasim. We'll see if this ball goes on frame. Dead center of the field. The right-footed strike floats away to the far post. It says deflected, says Joe Tompkins. And now Calgary will run their second corner of the day. The Sounders will be on their toes waiting for that low cross to come in. It's beautifully taken, well done by Calgary, well executed. May not have been intentional, but 2 Sounders, Philip Lund and Kaz Warren standing on that far side. Now here's the long ball over the top, in-swinger that floats away. Now it's a goal kick. The Sounders need to get out of their own end here in the 7th minute. Ani sends a deep ball. Can't clear midfield. The header stays in. Magarushi finds Lund, but Lund can't connect with Cox on the far side. Throw in on the way now from the far side for Calgary. They scored in the 25th minute the last time that these two teams met off of an own goal. It was a missile of a throw-in from the far sideline, deflected off of a Sounders defenseman's head, and it flew into the back post. Nico Squoti now over to take the throw, and he's lining up, looking for a deep throw, trying to use it as a cross or maybe something better. Pasquotti's throw-in all the way to the box, and it's tipped over the net. The dangerous throw-in from Pasquotti. But they're able to deal with it was Kasim. Sounders have to be very careful about giving up the throw-ins in the attacking third. Nico Pasquotti has the ability to put him in the net, but they're treated as indirect free kicks. 2 players must touch him. In swinging cross to the near post. Ani deals with it, sends it away. Philip Lund now trying on the clearance, and it's deflected. And the Sounders now have a throw-in very deep in their own defensive end. It's a beautiful Pacific Northwest day here in Sumner, Washington. Scattered clouds, blue sky, sun shining, the whole 9 yards here. Lund settles. Looking for a ball in behind for Warren, and it's cleared away to the near sideline. Sounders were able to get into the attacking third in the first 2 minutes of this first half. Since then, everything's been in their defensive end. Throw-in, can't get to Patino. DeHamel battling for a 50-50 ball, but it's taken away by Adekugbi. Far sideline, worked into the middle, now with Camargo. Dancing up that far sideline, Camargo gets it back. Here it's with Waterman. touching on top of his own 18, taking his time. Feels the pressure and sends it back to Nathan Ingram. The Sounders with the high pressure. Brodacki chasing down, pressuring Ingram, and now here's Patino on the near sideline. Forces the ball over the top, but the offside flag is up on the near sideline. The Sounders will take over on a free kick from their own half. Excuse me, the offside flag was not up. It was out for a throw-in as the ball curved back out and into play. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Adam Weigel of Bootstrapper Studios, specializing in event video all sizes, live streaming, and inexpensive commercials for your small business. Send an email to info@bootstrappers.com to find out what they can do for you. Now a long ball gets cleared and sends all the way back to Kasim's net. Moses Danto, who's the leading goal scorer for Calgary FC. He is not in the 18 today. Just the same story as 2 weeks ago. Up the far sideline, a ball that kept in play from Ani. Playing now for Brodacki in quick transition. Finds Patino and his touch. He can't keep up with it. Still battling, still fighting. And now here's Northover on the near side. Finds Pasquodi. And now playing back through Atakugbi. Jameel Cox able to take away, still working through the midfield. Warren settles, trying to work up that sideline. Keeps it in, still battling, and now it's dropped off for Northover. A ball deflected out of play. It's going to result for Calgary throw. Here's Northover into the attacking third. Switches play of the ball. Far sideline now. Jameel Cox trying to close it down for the Sounders. Needs to take away the right foot. It's on top of the box. Camargo has a layoff for Northover. Northover takes a rip far post, and it's scooped up cleanly by Marvin Kasim. Great attack and great build-up from Calgary there. Being able to switch the play and bring it back to the near side. It started with Northover and ended with Northover. Here's Brodacki going for the header. Knocks it down, but Patino can't get there. Magarushi and Ani are able to connect to get possession. And a whistle blown. The Sounders look as though they're showing up in a 3-5-2 formation today. Looking across the back line, you see number 23, Preston Kilwin, alongside Ryan DeGroot and Nathan Ani on the far side. Leroy Magarushi is listed as a defender today. Looks like he's playing on top as a center defensive midfielder. Philip Lund is in the center midfield today as part of that three alongside Hugo Delhamel. Then on the near side, you got Kaz Warren playing this outside mid on the left, Jameel Cox on the right side, and then up top, Santiago Patino and Nicholas Brodacki. Head coach Darren Swaski has changed the formation a handful of times so far this season. Seems every week that we see the Sounders at home, they have a new formation. Trying to game plan against the top team in the USLPDL, the Sounders are looking to make ground in the standings. Northover now on the near touchline. Sends in a floated ball to the back post. No one home. Calgary sits on top of the table through 7 games played. They have 14 points. TSS Rovers, who the Sounders have just taken down on the road, have 13 points. And the Sounders just behind that with 8 points, 2-3-2 on the season. This Calgary side has dropped 1 match so far this year with 4 wins and 2 draws. Pasquodi now trying to create space, trying to work away from Warren, and sends the ball all the way back into Nathan Ingram's net. Adekugbe now, patiently playing like the rest of his teammates. No rush at all from the men in black. Long ball going to the far side, but the speed there by Jordan Haynes to try and recover was rather impressive. Couldn't keep it in play. So it goes out for a throw.
The Tacoma Stars at Shower Center on another successful professional indoor soccer season. Check out the Tacoma Stars at tacomastars.com and come watch our partners in the game of soccer.
We're about 16 minutes into this match here in Sumner, Washington. Sounders have yet to put a shot on frame. It was a 5th-minute goal by Calgary. They were able to take an early lead on the road. Lund doesn't see the pressure come from behind. Loses it. Now working to get back, and a foul called. Ani wins the tackle. Magarushi on the second ball, clean it up. Over the top. Waterman trying to shield it away. Patino keeps it in. He's battling down that far sideline. Patino now has space. A foul is going to be called. Patino's right arm swung up as he was running, and he left Waterman on the turf. Now we'll see if there's a booking here from Joe Tompkins. Yes, there is. He has the yellow card in his hand. Did not agree with the actions of Santiago Patino. Patino still trying to plead his case.
A yellow card has been issued to Sounders U23 number 7, Carlos Patino. Correction. Sounders 123, number 7, Santiago Patino.
Now we're ready to get back underway with a Nathan Ingram free kick here. From the edge of his own box. He sends it far and away, but the header's won by DeGroot. Lund now on the second ball. Can't find a white shirt. Ani sticks his foot in. Foul called. Just inside 30 yards out. Now it's a dangerous set piece on the way here for Calgary. 5 shirts right now in the box for Calgary. 2 Sounders men in the wall. Standing on top of the box, Bruno Zebi. Free kick on the way here, right-footed in, swinger deflected off the wall, and it's scooped up. Sounders now want to break out quickly. The opportunity is not there, so Kasim is just going to set the ball at his feet and play long for Brodacki underneath. Can't find him. Here's Magarushi. Magarushi plays the ball for Brodacki. Well done, laid off for Cox, and now it's back to Brodacki. Trying to battle one-on-one, loses it. Going up the sideline was Adekugbe. And a turnover at midfield. Ani's clearance deflected away. Now his throw and looking for Patino. Tries flicking it onto himself. Patino chasing down Ingram, who has to kick a bouncing ball about 30 yards out. Haynes trying to work it up the line. Jamil Cox is there to bring it down. Camargo settles, loses possession. Here's Jamil Cox now taking over, trying to dribble out. Ball floats away over the sideline. No whistle blown, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Sounders wearing the white tops today. Ani's long throw on the far side. Patino brings it down, gets pulled away. Magarushi heads it back into the mixer, but now it's Calgary on the break. Ball played over to the near side. Working with it, Pasquoti finds Northover and gets it back. Ingram's pass, intended for Waterman, sails away. Sounders unable to keep possession on the throw-in. Here's out of Kugby. Plays a through ball now. Touch taken by Pasquoti. Here's Camargo now. Camargo, left-footed strike. It's knocked down by Kasim. Yet another shot here for Calgary. It's the 21st minute, and it's been all Calgary attack. Patino's header lays off for Jamil Cox. Tries playing for Bordacki, a little too heavy. Still on top of the box. Here's Warren with a bouncing ball. Warren's strike deflected away. Del Hamel trying to keep it in play. And now it's cleared up to the 50. DeGroot underneath it. His header goes astray. Ingram settles on top of the 6. The ball goes over the top of Ani. He's staying down after the collision. He grabbed his face. And a yellow card was issued to Santiago Patino for that. Looks like Joe Tompkins is trying to hold things up for Sakaria, the goal scorer. Ani still on the ground. Now here comes Tompkins to the near side for Sakaria. Has the yellow in hand, fairly issuing for the same thing that Patino did moments ago.
In the 23rd minute, a yellow card has been issued to Calgary number 10, Ajij Sakaria.
So here in the 23rd minute, it's Calgary leading 1-0 over the Sounders. A 5th-minute goal scored by the man who just got put into Tompkins' book, Ajij Sakaria. Northover now preparing for a long throw-in. Gets to the 50, bounces, Lund settles, and plays back calmly into Kasim's net. Kasim sends a goal kick down the wind, killing it here in Sumner. Now taking up the near side, Pasquoti. Pasquoti back to the middle, sends a ball to the far sideline. Jamil Cox recovering. Right-footed cross on the way. And it's cleared out for DeGroot, but he does not like that play there because now you get Pasquoti to the far side, ready for a set piece here on the throw-in cross. Sounders have to defend this like a corner kick. Kasim trying to make himself big inside the 6. Here's Pasquoti's throw. It goes short. One touch back in the air. Pasquoti's able to handle it. It's onto the PK spot. And Magarushi clears it away. Patino, he's on the run. Trying to get a touch, but it's taken over by Dom Zader, who hits the ground. Patino, he's got to be careful there. He's already in the book. Calgary is not thrilled that Patino is able to walk away from that without seeing second yellow. Here comes Joe Tonkin to talk to Santiago Patino. Patino here is walking on a thin line. He got put into Tompkins' book here in the 17th minute, causing his second foul just 8 minutes later. Sounders still need to find some offensive attack, showing today in a 3-5-2 formation. Trying to get an extra midfielder in there, trying to push up just a little higher, trying to bring more speed to the sidelines. But the real key with the 3-5-2 formation is those wingers. Kaz Warren one side, Jameel Cox on the other. They got to be able to go end line to end line here all match long, as Kaz Warren does a great job deflecting that away. They got to be able to play both sides of the ball. So Kaz Warren now finds himself into a defensive position. Northover plays into the chest of Pasquodi and gets it back. Foothills shrugging off the defense, keeping possession. Now here's Northover. Gets his feet taken out from underneath him. And the whistle was not blown for a foul, but the whistle was blown for a handball as Northover got his feet taken out from under him, dove onto the ball, and grabbed it with his hands. Whistle had to be blown one way or the other, and Tonkin says handball. Great spacing here in the defensive half for Calgary. Great support on the ball, good runs to be able to keep possession, and it's how they're able to pass so easily and so frequently. There's a long ball over the top intended for Pasquodi, and it's just cleared away by DeGroot. Northover's throw in to the top, finds Sakaria. Delhamel now on the touch, finds Magarushi, who plays over the top. Brodacki trying to find it. Now here's Patino. Patino goes up on the challenge. Ball still bouncing around. Delhamel flicks on for Brodacki. Now it's Lund on the overlap. Lund's left-footed shot just misses the near post. Just an inch wide, but Nicholas Brodacki is still on the ground. It's going to result in a goal kick. There's a handful of Calgary shirts around Tompkins asking for the high kick. Spikes were up. Brodacki finds himself on the ground, and he may have found himself on the wrong end of a set of spikes. Here in the 29th minute, the Sounders have found their best chance of the day. Not stringing together a few passes, but being able to get a turnover and have an overlapping run by Philip Lund. It was a strong left-footed strike. It was bending in towards the goal, but he had just placed it about 6 inches wide of the post. Ball taken over off of Carlos Patino's feet. As both sides of this squad has a Patino on the roster. Number 7 is Carlos Patino for Calgary. And then we're at number 7 on the Sounders side of things is Santiago Patino. Lund takes over. A foul called as Delhamel was wrapped up. Lund trying to set and go quickly. He's going to leave it for Ryan DeGroot. Long ball to the near sideline, just skims off the top of Jameel Cox's head. So we're about a third of the way through today's match. Sounders find themselves at home again this Sunday, June 17th, here at Sunset Stadium against Lane United, set for a 2 p.m. kickoff for another USL PDL matchup here in Sumner. So far through this match, Calgary, 2 corner kicks, scoring off of 1 in the 5th minute. Sounders, not a whole lot of offense, only 1 shot so far through the 31 minutes played. Magarushi misses the touch. DeGroot sends it sky high and puts it out of the stadium over the top roof. Adekugbe with a great turn on the throw-in. And great communication here from Foothills. Being able to always find the open man. Give and go quickly. Camargo plays down that far side. It's a right-footed cross. Looked more like a shot, and it goes over the top of Kasim's net. Kasim's goal kick now. Del Hamel gets the ball off of the Philip Lund header. Near side for Kaz Warren. Warren loses his footing. Foul going to be called as he went in a little recklessly on Northover. Now long ball over the top. Sounders trying to get possession of it. Warren lets it past him. Now plays back for DeGroot. DeGroot under pressure. Quickly for Lund. Sending it back for Kasim. One of the only men with space on the field, and he only sends it about 30 yards away. Cox underneath it. Lays off for Magarushi. Magarushi tries keeping it. Finds Jameel Cox again, trying to work between a double team. And Ani sends a clearance all the way down. Out of play, though, as it curls along that far sideline.
And stay updated on team news, video features, and highlights. Do it all by logging on to SoundersU23.com. You can watch all the goals and recap of this match later tonight on SoundersU23.com.
And a deflection off of Calgary results into a Sounders throw-in on the far side. Had numbers quickly, but Calgary retreated. Now here's Ani on the long throw out of his defensive end. Patino leaves it for Brodacki, but it gets flicked on into the Calgary back line. DeGroot now underneath it, plays for Lund. Lund takes a touch. He's getting past Pasquoti. And Lund with a quick step over, sending it back into his back line. Preston Killian getting great minutes here, playing this left side fullback for the Sounders in this 3-back system. Here's Del Hamel on a touch. Now the Sounders being able to put together some possession. Patino waiting for the ball underneath it. Still bouncing, still able to retain. Here's Patino now trying to battle off. Plays the ball over the top for Jameel Cox, trying to run underneath it, but Waterman sends it into the stands. Just a little over 10 minutes until we get to recess here. Both these teams needing to go into the locker room, try and figure a few things out. Calgary wants to try and find what's going to keep them on the attack. Here's Warren's header, still bouncing around in the box. Brings it near side. And no foul going to be called as Dean Northover was on Kaz Warren like a sweater. Head coach Darren Sawatsky for the Sounders definitely want to get back into the locker room and work on tactics, work on what is going to be best to get into the attacking third. Magarushi's long throw. Excuse me, this is Kaz Warren on the near side. Philip Lund gets a challenge, and now it's going the other way. In quick transition, here's Camargo playing over to the far side. It's Patino settling, has an overlapping run from Haynes. Goes into the middle, and Warren sends it over to the far sideline. Brodaki's able to keep it in. Brodaki up the far sideline as it's touched back for Jamil Cox. Plays up for Brodaki again, trying to team up with Patino. Patino playing post up, now trying to get in behind. And Patino's going to pick up a foul as he has a heavy touch get away from him. Reaches in on the next step, and he leaves Dom Zader in the dust. A little scuffle going on the far sideline. Philip Lund not happy with Zader being on the ground. Patino getting his third talking to today from Tompkins. Doesn't look like Tompkins is going to issue Patino's second yellow today. He's still sitting on that yellow card and still playing a bit reckless up on that back line. Zader still on the ground here minutes after the tackle from Santiago Patino. Patino's the leading goal scorer here for the Sounders U23. He's got 5 on the season. He had 2 in the last game. Let's hope everything is okay with Dom Zader on that far side. Still on the ground, getting treatment here from the medical staff. Zader's up, walking towards that sideline. The trainer's going to exit the field. And Zader will have to stay off until he's waved on by the center official here. Looks like Ingram's ready to get things rolling again here in the 38th minute. That should be about a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time added on at the end of this first half. Now Ingram sends it away after a few minutes of stoppage in play. Warren on the header. Ball still bouncing around. Warren able to track under it, but it goes out of bounds. Piscotti here on the near side gives it back to Northover. Calgary has scored 6 of their 10 goals. Make it 7 of their 11 goals on the season in the first half. Brodacki unable to keep it in play on the near sideline. Looking at Calgary on the season, only scoring 4 goals in the second half so far this season. So if the Sounders want to try and make up some ground, second half is the time to do it. Ball bouncing around, and it's kicked sky high, top of the 18. Magarushi's header finds Delhamel. Has an overhead kick for Patino. Patino can't settle on the first touch. Delhamel now again sends it sky high. Settled now. Here's Patino wearing the captain's band. Patino battling through a double team, gets the feet taken out from underneath him, and the Sounders are going to have a free kick here in the neutral third. Lund gets play going again quickly, and the Sounders have to play back into their own defensive half. And a quick counterattack here as Piscotti on the deflection. It's a through ball going in behind. Off his line is Kasim with a foot save and able to scoop it up. Well done. Here's Jamil Cox now trying to break out for the Sounders. Trying to get something quickly going in transition. And a ball intended for Del Hamel splits him and Patino. Neither of them able to get to it here in the 40th minute. Breaking the other way now, Sicaria plays over that far sideline. Now it's with Carlos Patino. Patino waiting for support. Ani wins the challenge, but it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a Calgary throw. And over comes Pasquodi to take the deep throw in. Just inside the attacking third here. This is about the area that we saw the own goal happen in the 25th minute, the last time these two teams faced off. Here's Pasquodi's throw. Finds it to the near 6. Headed straight up in the air by Leroy Magarushi. Philip Lund sends it away. And it's going to deflect out for a goal kick here. Sounders are able to catch a break here in the 41st minute. And Kasim is able to get things rolling very quickly. Here's Kaz Warren. Warren trying to get around Zebi. Brings it back, and now here's Del Hamel. Del Hamel able to shrug off the pressure from behind. DeGroot floats the ball for Warren. The wind knocks it down. Here's Lund. Header first touch. Ball still in front of him. Lund lays off for Patino. Patino top of the box, but gets it taken away by Waterman. Great touch in the middle by Joe Tompkins, the center ref. Johan Cruyff would have been proud of it. Now working through the middle. Great tackle. Ryan DeGroot. Now looking for Brodacki, but can't find him as the pass just dies down. Calgary keeps a lot of their possession in their defensive third. Patiently waiting for it, playing balls over the top of pressuring opposing strikers. Now miscommunication leads to a Sounders possession, and now here's Leroy Magarushi, one touch, trying to find Brodacki over the top, but can't. Magarushi gets it back, plays in for Patino, ball bouncing. Patino can't get a touch on the turn. Calgary trying to work out here. Here's Pasquodi. Pasquodi trying to find the breakout speed. In the midfield now with Camargo, sends far side for Patino. Patino on the overlapping run finds Haynes. And Nathan Ani comes and cleans it up beautifully to send it away for a goal kick. Deflected off of the foot of Jordan Haynes. That goal kick that finds its way into the air. The wind knocks it down, kills it 10 yards before midfield. Jamil Cox, his long ball over the top, can't stay in play. The only goal scored today came in the 5th minute off of a corner kick. It stayed low. It stayed on the carpet, deflected from the near post on top of the 6. And it was an easy shot in front of the net for Aziz Sicaria. I think both teams can take note to keep the ball out of the air with the wind that is blowing about 25 feet above. Now here on the attack, on the right foot, PK spot, and it's a great save from Kasim. Calgary broke out, but Kasim was able to shut it all down. And Kasim, his clearance gets blocked and sent away. Calgary's high pressure has really been hurting the Sounders today. And it hurt them last week in the 52nd minute when it was a quick turnover in Calgary's attacking third that led to their second goal. And a throw-in that never finds its way into play will get redone here. It's a long ball into the middle. Trying to find Jamil Cox on the far side. He was wide open. Magarushi shuts it down in the middle.
Minimum of 2 minutes of added time. We are now in stoppage time.
Calgary on the transition. North over. Plays it back for Adekugbe. Here's Del Hamel trying to use all of his energy before half. Long ball over the top. Hobbling there is Kilwin. That ball's just a bit too strong out of play, and Kilwin is grabbing his lower back. So we have 2 minutes minimum stoppage time. We'll see if Preston Kilwin can carry on in the second half as he's still hobbling. Adekugbe wins the header. Nathan Audi. Ani settles, plays it again to midfield. Berdacki doesn't have a chance to keep it in. Just about a minute left here in stoppage time. Calgary has plenty of time for another attack. Lund wins the tackle, gets up, still keeps the ball. Incredible work by Philip Lund. And a long ball out of the back from Ryan DeGroot sends it away into the Calgary bench. The last thing in the world that the Sounders want to do is concede a second goal here in stoppage time. So that might be the defensive tactic to just clear away. And it's a great Maradona by Adekugbe. And here's Leroy Magarushi. Deep pressure here. And Kasim sends it away. The Hummel underneath it takes a touch and tries playing up the line. And it's a handball called. So the clock is ticking here. We should be hearing the final whistle of the first half any moment now. Ball floated in the air. Kaz Warren can't run underneath it. Now here's Pasquodi on the near side. Calgary might have chance. One more attack on the overlapping run. Zebi plays back for Patino. Now patiently playing here is Calgary. And there it is. We're going to go into the intermission. Calgary Foothills, they have won. Sounders FC 0 as we have 45 minutes left to play. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 15 minutes for second half action live from Sumner, Washington. Welcome back into Sunset Stadium here in Sumner, Washington, where the lights have come on, the sun has gone down, the wind has picked up, and it has got a lot colder here at Sunset Stadium. The Sounders are trailing a goal, and here's Calgary on the attack down the far sideline. Floated cross in, and it's sent away by DeGroot. Philip Lund, his header finds Del Hamel, and now here's Magarushi trying to get it upfield. A whistle blown. It's going to be a Sounders free kick. Back in their own defensive end. Quick recap of the first half. There was an early goal scored in the 5th minute by Aziz Sakaria. He also received a yellow card in the 23rd. His goal, though, came off of a corner kick. And then Santiago Patino for the Sounders. He found his way into the book into the 17th minute. Here's Calgary doing what they do best. Possession in the defensive half. The long ball sent to the near side. Haynes trying to play it upfield. Patino getting around a pair of defenders. He gets the ball taken away from him. It's a great defensive tackle. Now Calgary trying to go out the other way. Preston Kilwin, who was grabbing his back in stoppage time of the first half. He is back out on the field. From the looks of it, no substitutions at halftime. Lund on the second chance ball. Cox takes over now. Del Hamel plays back for Magarushi, and now here's Lund. Great combo play from the Sounders here up this near sideline. Cox lets it run past him. Now it's taken over. And DeGroot wasn't playing around, sends it onto the running track. Like what we saw just about a week ago, Calgary, they held a 1-0 lead at halftime. They scored in the 52nd minute on a counterattack. They were very patient in the second half. Not a whole lot of urgency to get things going as they're the confident, strong team here. Jamil Cox gets his jersey pulled, a foul called, and the Sounders are going to have a free kick. Here's Lund on the free kick, the right footer. Floats it to the top of the box. Can't win the header, but underneath it is Magarushi. Floats it into the PK spot. Patino with a shot. And it's sent to the top of the box. Magarushi now finds Cox. Jamil Cox right foot across into the box. On top for Del Hamel, whose strike is deflected. Still floating around. Patino underneath Ingham, who falls to the ground. The ball deflected around the 50. Nathan Ani playing physical, getting around is Camargo. Camargo into the attacking third. Loses his footing. That was a tough one there. Ryan DeGroot does not like the call, but it's going to be a free kick on this near side of the 18 here in the 49th minute. It's great position here for Calgary. Calgary able to send it across, maybe float a ball to the back post. It's Marvin Kasim. He had to deal with the wind and the sun in the first half. Now he's got the wind to his back. Two Sounders in the wall here. Right-footed free kick on the way. 5 men away in the box. Cross in. Floats to the backside and headed safely away from Kilwin. It's going to be a corner kick for Calgary. It's their third of the match today. The Sounders still have yet to have a corner. And that just summarizes what their offense has been like today. Patino far side on the corner kick. Sends a driven ball to the PK spot, and Jamil Cox heads it away 30 yards out. Now it's sent back to that far side. Patino trying to get to it, but Warren sends it away. Smart play there from the speedy winger. Santiago Patino, the only man in the attack for the Sounders. All 10 other shirts are within 30 yards of the goal. Patino stretching the defense all the way up to the 50. Here comes the long throw. Pasquoti on it. Sends it to the PK spot. And a foul is going to be called. It looked like it was Carlos Patino who crashed in onto that ball. Picks up the foul, and the Sounders are going to have a free kick. Kasim sends his free kick over the 50. Del Hamel plays in behind for Patino. Patino waiting for Berdacki. Tries finding it through. Here's Jamil Cox. Can't get to it. Magarushi on top. And they're going to call a foul on Jamil Cox running through the ball. And I believe that's Jordan Haynes. Slow to get up, who he left on the turf. Jamil Cox was there for a strike. It was a 50-50 challenge. A substitution on the far side. Nathan Awney is leaving the field.
Departing number 4, Nathan Awney. Entering the match, number 5, Trevor Jensen.
Trevor Jensen, who's a very defensive-minded player, usually finds himself as a center defensive midfielder, and now he comes in as the right back here. Trevor Jensen subbing in for Nathan Awney. Nathan Awney was out stretching during halftime. Seemed a little sore from maybe a challenge early in the first half. He can't go on after 7 minutes in the second half. Waterman takes a touch on the near sideline. Tries getting past Jamil Cox. Del Hamel on the challenge. Here's Jamil Cox on the overlap. It's a quick breakout. Jamil Cox with a heel flick, but nobody home. Now a long ball over the top. It's a quick break going the other way. But DeGroot's there, able to contain it. Taken over now in the midfield. Trying to work through the defensive pressure is Sakaria. Plays down that far sideline. The right foot cross pump fake. Now driving. One touch and a shot that sails wide. It was Sergio Camargo who scored in the last time these two teams met, just about the same minute. Great opportunity on the breakout from the Calgary Foothills. Their offense has been clicking all season long. Adekugbe now through the midfield. Sprays the ball to the far side. Taking a touch is Pasquoti. Has support from Northover. Keeps it. Pasquoti tries playing a through ball in. And it's pulled away. Well done by Preston Kilwin. Here's Patino on the far side. Throw in. Kilwin now sends a dangerous ball. It's picked off, going the other way. Here's Carlos Patino in the midfield. Lays back for Adekugbe. Now Pasquoti has space. Give and go here. Pasquoti running onto it. Takes a touch. Now trying to drive at that goal line. It's deflected away. Pasquoti here next to the corner flag. Has a long throw in his back pocket. Five Calgary shirts in the box. Wide open there is Zader. Zader doesn't have a mark. Here's Pasquoti's throw. Right at the goalkeeper. Can't get a fist on it. And here's Del Hamel as it was headed to the top of the 18. Patino can't win the header. He's jumped over. Here's Philip Lund taking a chest down. Sending a ball into the night lights. Brodacki Tries flicking it on up the line. And a foul called in the neutral third. It was Kilwin attacking there. Took a big touch, got about 20 yards in front of him, and he was chasing it down. And now there's arguing. There's yelling between the players. Now Kilwin's getting a talking to from Joe Tompkins. Here in the 56th minute, Calgary, they're going to have a free kick from the neutral third. Kugby had to have a talking to with Dom Zader there in the midfield. Kugby does not seem thrilled. Jameel Cox wins the header. It goes to Patino. Patino back to the attack. Tries keeping possession. Takes 2 touches and it goes out of play. Here's Jordan Haynes, near side throw-in. It's a great flick on, but DeGroot's going to send it away. Brodacki can't win the header. Here's Patino on the second ball. Del Hamel pokes it, but only gets into the attack for Carlos Patino. Now on the overlap, here's Pasquodi. Pasquodi gets into the 18. He's still working with the ball. Now brings it back out to that far sideline. Pasquodi trying to dance around. Now plays for Kugby. Kugby has Brodacki on his back. Kugby's cross. And it's flicked away by Jameel Cox. What a great play there from the Tacoma Stars midfielder.
Corner kick for Calgary.
A corner kick on this near side for Carlos Patino and his Calgary side. There's a driven ball to the 6, back post wide open. Touch shot saved. Marvin Kasim with a great save, falling to the ground, sends it over the top of the crossbar.
Calgary corner kick.
It's the 5th corner of the night for Calgary. There's a driven ball, back post, Northover. Can't get to it. It's headed before it gets to Northover. And it's cleaned up by Kasim. Turnover on the far side. Warren tracks it down and gets a foul called. It's going to be a Calgary free kick. Just about 30, 35 yards out here. Substitution, far sideline, leaving the game here is Hugo Del Hamel.
And entering the match, number 13, Scott Menzies.
Scott Menzies checks in as a cross to the back post. DeGroot heads it away for the 6th corner kick for Calgary tonight. Menzies comes into this game, and he might just be what the Sounders need. A big, tall midfielder who can win headers, and he can run with the fastest of them on the field. Menzies is an attacking threat while also being a defensive menace. So we're an hour into the match today. Here comes the 6th Calgary corner. In-swinger near post, backside now through everybody. The one-touch strike, and it goes over the net.
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
Another substitution from the far side. Looks like Leroy Magarushi will exit tonight's game.
Sounders substitution coming in the 60th minute. Departing number 8, Leroy Magrochet. Entering the match, number 12, Matt Carnifex.
Patino underneath. Flicks on for Brodacki. Brodacki can't chase it down. Ping pong match going on here. Possession flying back and forth. Now here's Jamel Cox settling it down. Menzies in for Cox. Jamel Cox now trying to work in the backside. A heavy touch on the dribble. And now it's Calgary going the other way. Patino now playing over the top. DeGroot trying to back down there. Jensen flicks the ball over his head. The last substitution, Hugo DeHomo left. Leroy Magarushi left. And in came number 12, Matt Carnifex. Carnifex lines up in that center defensive mid position that Leroy Magarushi played today. Jensen's throw is over Patino. Settled down by Adekugbe. Lund trying to challenge from behind. Now it's Pasquodi, far sideline. Pasquodi gets past two defenders. He's into the 18. Pasquodi lays it off top of the box. One touch, the shot! And it flies in, hits off the post. Well done, Sergio Camargo. He takes a touch and it sets himself up beautifully for the right-footed shot. Fires off the far post into the back of the net in the 62nd minute. Calgary takes a 2-0 lead here in Sumner, Washington.
Calgary's second goal scored in the 62nd minute. The second of the year for number 16, Sergio Camargo.
Camargo gets his second of the year and the second on this field. Sounders have some climbing to do out of the hole that they have filled. A tough challenge on the far side. Joe Tompkins over to deal with it. But it's leaving Kaz Warren on the ground. Head coach Darren Sawaski is not pleased with the challenge. Warren still on the ground on the far side. Now it looks like that the Sounders are getting ready to get under play. There was a yellow card issued.
In the 64th minute, a yellow card has been issued to Calgary Foothills number 2, Dean Northover.
The Sounders free kick flies over the far side and away for a throw. Here's Jamel Cox on the near sideline. Warren's throw into the near side 6. Flicked onto the top of the box and now taking a touch, settling is Sakaria. Sounders taking back over on possession and sends the ball all the way back to Marvin Kasim's box. Long kick from the back. Warren trying to run on underneath it. Lund takes a touch, can't find a teammate. And a 50-50 challenge that left Kilwin on the ground. Everybody was waiting for a whistle. None to be found. Here in the 65th minute. Joe Tompkins is letting the people play, but Kilwin is still on the ground.
MVP Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of the Sounders U23. MVP Physical Therapy designs programs to improve function and speed recovery. Check out MVP Physical Therapy just down the road on Main Street here in Sumner. For more, visit mvppt.com.
There's Preston Kilwin hitting the turf hard there from a challenge, and it looks like he might be getting treatment on his leg, coming down awkwardly after skying high for the header. Sounders do have defensive substitutions on their bench, such as Tyler John, a speedy outside back, who started nearly every game for the Sounders U23 last season. Yeah, another stoppage for an injury here. This is about the fourth one of today's match. It's been a physical game. This broadcast tonight is brought to you by Adam Weigel of Bootstrapper Studios, specializing in event video of all sizes, live streaming, and inexpensive commercials for your small business. Send an email to info@bootstrapperstudios.com to find out what they can do for you. As it looks like Preston Kilwin is able to walk under his own power over to the sidelines. And we'll see if he's able to return to the match or if the Sounders will opt for a substitution here in the 67th minute. And Jensen here is going to chase the long ball down to the corner. We are back underway. Jensen able to get throw in for Kasim. Here's Cox, first touch on the sidelines. Finds it for Menzies, trying to flick to Lund. Now into the middle. Camargo, the goal scorer. His pass goes straight to Jameel Cox. Jensen gets a pass to Menzies. Great touch there, settling on the sideline. But a hospital ball that goes astray into the midfield. Now here's Pasquoti on the overlap. Getting into the offensive attack. Here's Jordan Haynes. Haynes had an open man on the near side. Couldn't find him. It was deflected away. Intended for Sergio Camargo. Calgary still hasn't gone to their bench. 4 players sitting on the sidelines right now, while 3 are stretching in the offing. Here's Pasquoti on a long throw. Kasim trying to make himself big. Pasquoti with a missile into the box that's headed away for the 7th corner of the night.
Calgary, corner kick.
Carlos Patino here on the near side corner. Sends in a driven ball. Back 18, Northover's header back across the face of the net. Kasim drops it. It's floated to the top of the box. Here's Northover again. A ball played into the box, and now it's back out. Touched away, and now the Sounders trying to break out. Menzies plays to Lund. Lund mistouches as it's rolling ahead into the attack. Tries running with it, and it's sent away to the far sideline.
Fans stick around for autographs after the game. The Sounders will be signing on the east side of the stadium right after tonight's match.
And a questionable touch there taken over by Calgary. Here's Camargo into the attack. Camargo lays off for Adekugbe. Now near side, Jordan Haynes looks up. Left-footed floated ball to the back 6. Nobody there. The header goes to the top of the 18. Here's Warren. Heads it up for Santiago Patino. Patino trying to battle off 3 Calgary players. And Adekugbe comes out with it. Here's Kugby in the midfield. Now touched by Ingham. Ingham confidently playing into the midfield with a great entry ball. The passing so good from Calgary. And a foul called on that far side. It was the AR who flagged it down. It looked like Joe Tompkins was going to let it go. Now Calgary, Carlos Patino. They're going to get a set piece on top of that far side corner of the 18. Just about 25 yards out, 30 yards out here from that side. 4 green and black striped shirts are on the back side of the 18. It's Sergio Camargo standing directly on top of the 18. Northover stands over the ball with Patino. Northover runs over. Patino's free kick into the box, headed away. It's out for a goal kick. Calgary attacker left on the turf, and it was Camargo trying on a diving header. He's still grabbing his arm, grabbing that shoulder. Just about 20 minutes left to play for the Sounders to try and get back 2 goals here on their home turf. Jensen plays a long ball to switch the field. Here's DeGroot. Now a long ball over the top. Patino trying to chase it down. Patino lets it bounce once. Waterman's header. Now Kugby gets it poked away from Jameel Cox. But Haynes is able to keep it. Waterman with a driven ball up to the 50. He's pulled down by Matt Carnifex. Calgary in no rush to get things restarted here. They will take their time for the next 20 minutes, try and milk the clock as best as they can, and here they are now into the attack. It's a cross, far post, wide open, and a missed touch as it was way too heavy. Carlos Patino had a wide open net, and that chance just sailed away. Here's Jameel Cox now trying to break out. It's a great ball from Philip Lund. Finds him up the near sideline, dancing with it. Jameel Cox now trying to break out between 2 defenders, and it gets flicked away.
Sounders U23 substitution coming in the 73rd minute. Departing number 9, Nicholas Bernacki. Entering the match, number 16, Hayden Criollo.
Hayden Criollo had an assist the last time he took the pitch here for the Sounders. He checks onto the field for Nicholas Bernacki. Jensen looking for help on the throw-in. Gets it. Takes a touch away. Camargo now trying to get on the quick counter. It's a 3-on-2. Going with numbers. Far side Pasquodi now. Takes a touch behind. Now sets up Northover. Here it is without a Kugby. Sent back for Kilwian. Now it's in the middle with Lund. Lund looking for Patino. Patino trying to be the target forward for the Sounders. And a big foul in the midfield. Oh, Scott Menzies. A bone-crushing tackle. Missed the ball by a long shot. Calgary now, they're going to take the free kick here in the 75th minute. The lobbed ball up to the top of the 18. Pasquodi now trying to get past Warren. His cross deflected away. It's another corner kick.
Corner kick for Calgary.
Just about 15 minutes to play here in Sumner. The Sounders, they have scored late goals before. Doing 2 late goals, that would be new to this season. Here's a floated ball, backside volley, Northover. Couldn't connect cleanly. That's the header for Lund. Lund settles. Menzies takes over. Trying to work between 3 green and black shirts. DeGroot's header finds its way to midfield. Ball still bouncing around. Lund underneath it. Now here's Otakugbe. All sorts of space in the midfield. Camarga. Now going in. Here's Zebi. Zebi with a great through ball. Patino to the goal line. Rolls away. It's going to be a goal kick here for Kasim. Jensen quickly trying to get momentum rolling for the Sounders. Now sends it back for Carnifex. Sounders defense still working with it. And there's Lund trying to send a long ball for Warren. Can't find him. Underneath, though, it's taken over. That's Hayden Criollo working up top. He's got the lime green boots on. Now on the back line, DeGroot swinging it around the Sounders, trying to keep possession on their feet. Here's Patino with a great diagonal ball, chasing it down. Shielded away.
The Sounders U23 next home match will be this Sunday, June 17th, when they host Lane United here at Sunset Stadium. Kickoff is scheduled for 2 p.m. For tickets, log on to SoundersU23.com.
Nathan Ingham sends his goal kick up to the 50. Warren can't turn. Northover sends it downfield. Pasquoti now into the attack. He's got a counter. Rips a shot and it hits the football crossbar and launches down on top of the net. Inches away from turning this to a 3-0 game. An absolute missile. Here's Patino. Takes a touch. Criollo now finds Lund. Lund in the attack. Lund had a shot on goal earlier this afternoon. Trying to find a missile to the near post. Sounders send the ball all the way back into their defensive half. Trying to keep possession. Keep the momentum on their side. Calgary looks as if they are shifting back defensively. Almost parking the bus. Trying to keep everything in front. Makes things a lot more difficult for the Sounders. Trying to find entry passes. Long ball over the top. Patino lets it run past him. Still working with it on the near side. Can't get a flick past Haynes. Jensen on the header, but nobody... nobody. Now it's swung out to the far side. Northover finds Pasquoti. Warren takes it over on the defensive challenge. Quick passing here from the Sounders. Lots of urgency here from the men wearing the white shirts. Just about 10 minutes to play here in Sumner. Here's Lund. Lund has dropped all the way into a defensive position. He has been spraying long balls. It's flicked on from Patino, but Warren can't connect on the Patino header. Here's Otakugbe. All sorts of space in the middle of the park. Otakugbe turns, faces the attack. Now calmly plays over for Haynes. So we're 80 minutes into this match. Calgary is still yet to use a substitution. Scotty can't keep that ball in on the far side. This is just a testament to this team's stamina and their endurance. They're playing 80 minutes, and they are still running toe-to-toe with all the substitutions the Sounders have thrown out there. Now here comes the high pressure from Calgary. DeGroot has to clear it away, looking for Warren. Heads it back to Menzies. Header won by Warren. Lund on the challenge. It goes back into the Sounders' back line. Played over to the near side for Jameel Cox. Cox is going to turn and try and run up the line. There's the long ball. Looking for Patino over the top. And Nathan Ingham is off his line. Easily cleaned up by the goalkeeper in all yellow. Lund trying to play quickly after the whistle was blown. Plays a long ball, trying to find Ingham off his line. Trying to play a cheeky ball over the top. But Ingham was ready for it. Jensen wins the challenge, pokes it for Cox. Here's Jameel Cox now, has space for the cross. Sends it in on the carpet. Menzies, left-footed shot. It's a missile to the back of the net. Scott Menzies was the attack that the Sounders needed when he subbed onto the field. He's great offensively, being able to set up the attack, and the Sounders have got one back here in the 83rd minute. Is there enough time? Is there life for the Sounders? We'll see if they go to the bench, try and find another super sub here. But Menzies was wide open, and it all started with a Trevor Jensen tackle out at midfield, and Jameel Cox went up the sideline, all the space in the world to set up his cross, and got his head up and picked out his target. Now some extracurricular activities going on with Philip Lund in the Calgary defense. Sounders have strung together a lot of momentum here over the last 7 minutes. Now Joe Tompkins is going to have a conversation with Pasquoti. And a yellow card is being shown to Nico Pasquoti.
In the 84th minute, a yellow card has been issued to Calgary, number 12, Anika Pasquati.
Now the Sounders have a free kick at midfield. They're sending all their numbers up. Trevor Jensen's the only one close to the ball. You have 8 guys standing on top of the 18. And it's a long driven ball. That one was looking like it was going on frame. The 84th minute, the Sounders. Last time they scored late to tie a game, it was Leroy Magarushi in the 90th minute. Being able to knot things up, he has already checked out of today's game. Header won by Carnifex. Carnifex again on the header. Now it's a long ball sent over the top. Pasquoti tracking it down. Here's Kilwin. Warren turns on it. Into the middle for Sicaria. Far side Pasquoti waiting for his runners to get in. Great give and go. Pasquoti now down the sideline. Gets past Warren. Warren tracks back. It's a low cross on the ground. And it was able to stay in on that far side from Kilwin. Sounders now trying to break out quickly. And it's a great slide tackle from Zebi. shutting down the quick breakaway that the Sounders tried, bringing the momentum into their attacking half. Header flicked on. Philip Lund trying to chase it down. Menzies now wins a header. Flicks it on. Now ball over the top. Philip Lund chasing it down as Ingham's off his line. And scoops it up without a doubt. Ingham's punt. Going to the 50, dropping straight down after the wind, knocking it down. Here's Warren trying to play a ball in behind, chasing it now, Criollo. And Ingham now opting for the throw to the far side. And the header off Pasquotti flies into head coach Darren Sawatsky. Sounders throwing wasted but gifted back to him. And now here comes the first substitution for the Calgary side.
In the 83rd minute, a substitution for Calgary, departing number 7, Carlos Patino. Entering the match, number 18, Dan Hayfield.
Dan Hayfield checks into the game for Carlos Patino, and Patino has been the set piece master today for Calgary. DeGroot plays that ball back over the top. Jameel Cox able to chest it down, keeping it in on the near sideline. Here's Jensen now. Jensen for Lund. Now Lund gonna send it across the field. Long diagonal ball. Jameel Cox trying to run onto it late. Couldn't find it. Time is running low for the Sounders here. Trying to protect their home pitch. Trying to salvage a draw. It was an early 5th minute goal that they fell behind, and then all the way until the 62nd minute where they fell 2 behind. They were able to claw back in the 83rd minute, and now they are sending all the troops forward. Here's Carnifex working through the defense. It's a great layoff. Far sideline, and it's just too heavy. Rolls out of play. It was a great idea on the flick from Hayden Criollo. But the touch was just a bit too strong for Menzies to run on. Minutes away until we enter stoppage time. Lund in the midfield. Plays for Warren. Swinging it back, and now DeGroot has time. Plays all the way back for Kasim. Expect Calgary to make some subs once we hit stoppage time. Trying to milk out this clock. Long ball, can't find the attackers. It's knocked down by Zebi. Pasquotti up that far sideline. And just dribbles his ball out of play. Long throw. And a foul's going to be called now on the challenge up at midfield. And it's Tommy Wielden Jr. on that far sideline, now talking to Joe Tompkins. Long free kick, looking for the corner flag. Warren knocks it down. Still in play, Warren trying to grab that ankle while staying up in defensive position. That ball's cleared away into the stands. Calgary absolutely no urgency to get the ball rolling again. They want to do everything they can to see out this 2-1 lead. Northover gets it deflected away. Sounders haven't had a touch about the last 2 minutes. So we've entered stoppage time. Into the box now. A foul going to be called. The Sounders have an opportunity now on a dead ball to start going the other way. It's Cox now working through the midfield. Trying to take it himself as it gets knocked away. Here's Warren. And Carnifex gets the ball taken off his foot. He's battling, trying to get back. Now it's on the near side with Haynes. Haynes trying to dump a long ball over the top. Now Jensen takes it down with a touch. Has pressure. Jensen hits the turf. Now the Sounders got to start throwing all their numbers up. Here's DeGroot now. Ready on the free kick. DeGroot's long ball all the way to the 18. Header flicked on Lund, just yards away from it. DeGroot on the header. Now it's a free ball. Pasquodi, he's going to take it over. He's going to go and challenge Kilwin. Menzies back to help. Pasquodi still dancing around that far sideline. Gets past two shirts. He's in the corner. Pasquodi now going down that goal line. Sends it to the top of the box. Shot. And it's scored. Slotted home. Sakaria has two. And that will do it. The 90th minute put the nail in the coffin. Calgary comes into Sumner, Washington, and they have done just about everything to seal up their 3 points for the second time in just about 10 days. It was an incredible run by Nico Pasquodi on that far sideline. Did everything he could to keep the space and be able to find a great pass to the top of the box where Aziz Sakaria was standing wide open. All he had to do was place it on one of the posts, and he did so very well.
Calgary for a goal scored in stoppage time, the second of the year. Scored by number 12, Nico Pasquodi. Assisted by number 10, Aziz Sakaria.
Now there's just about a minute remaining here in stoppage time. The Sounders into the attacking end. A header trying to get flicked on. It's into the box. Patino back to the goal. Still trying to battle for it. Ball bouncing around. It's Menzies. And now it's cleared away into the neutral third. Pasquodi sends a ball long downfield out onto the running track. The Sounders now trailing 2. For the second time to Calgary, top team in the division, who has only allowed 5 goals on the season. Jensen sends a ball long. Philip Lund can't win it. Here's Menzies, tries taking on the left-footed volley. Now into the attack. Running along this near side, chasing it down is Hayfield. Hayfield being able to pick it up, Sakaria. And there it is, the final whistle, as Calgary had a chance going on into the attacking third, but that's going to do it. It's 3-1 final here. Calgary being able to come into Sunset Stadium for the second time in 10 days and pull out a victory by a 2-goal margin here. Fireworks late, fireworks early. Calgary doing it all day long here with great offensive play and build-up. And the Sounders, they fall after their 3-1 win to TSS just days ago. The next time that the Sounders U23 are going to be in action is June 17th, this Sunday, when they take on Lane United right here at Sunset Stadium at 2 p.m. So for everybody at Bootstrapper Studios, Adam Weigel, and everybody from the Sounders U23, I'm Peyton Behrens, signing off here from Sumner, Washington. You've been watching the USL PDL on YouTube.